Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be doing some more Triglavian hunting. Previously, when we were in the Kronos doing Triglavian hunting, it didn't turn out too well. We unfortunately had too much competition. In fact, so much competition, there are some people who are stealing loot from each other. Or not stealing loot, but they destroyed our MTUs, and we were not able to do anything about it. I mean, we can't. I mean, our Kronos here is not at all made to do any PvP or any of sorts. And there was another Kronos who was out there, a Blastovic Kronos, who went around popping my MTU, so there was really no point for me to continue because the whole way my Kronos is able to get loot is through MTUs. If it's not able to use an MTU, there's no way it can get loot, so it's just a waste of time really. So I was really forced to quit, but this time of the day there's a bit fewer people because now this time there's like more people working, so hopefully there's going to be less competition right here. And this is the loot we got previously. Just annoying that we had to that we wasted so much loot because there's a lot of loot on grid, but it's just the way it is sometimes. We need some MTUs. I usually like to carry 3. I think 3 is a good number. 3 MTUs. Because we already had 1 in here. Okay, so we've got intel that Triglavians are in the system of Sireshin. Sireshin. What's the name of that system? That is Sireshin. Go there to perimeter. I've got the wrong implants in right here. I usually use high-grade Asclepians and a bunch of like gun-based implants, but that doesn't really matter at all because I'm never taking any damage, so it's not like the Asclepians doing anything. I just think that, okay, I'm using an armor tank, maybe we may as well use Asclepian implants, but honestly, you don't need any implants in at all. Like, I've not got any implants in right now, so it's alright. You don't need to at all worry about, oh, you have to have implants with this field or anything like that. I just have a few support implants that can make my DPS and range be slightly more, but you really don't need it. You're completely fine without any implants whatsoever. Total fit price 1.1 billion, so not an expensive Marauder, but Marauders by default are expensive. But if you take into consideration the whole cost, it is quite a cheap fit. 200 million ISK. Oh, that damn Kronos who took our loot. He popped our MTUs. You can see here, got multiple MTU kills. Oh, and he took everything that was inside of them as well. He did it right in front of us too. I mean, there's nothing we could do about it really. But Sireshin, I think, is a little bit of a less popular Triglavian hunting system, and less people online right now. Hopefully, it'll turn out to be really good. What? There's so few people in perimeter. Only 80 people. I feel like there should be more people in perimeter. There's usually more people in perimeter. I think it's because there's just, generally speaking, less people playing right now. That's a bit unfortunate in a way. So we're going to either clear the Triglavian wormhole or go for some fleets. Just need to recover from before. Right? That was just a catastrophe. A tornado waiting to gank someone. Soon there. I really love this Sender Triglavian system because it's able to... There's only a few systems that can possibly have Triglavians in around the system of Sender, and there's almost always guaranteed that there are Triglavians in them. So Sireshin, I think not in Arrow. If we go in... Not that one. I think it's Sender. Well, it's Sender here. Sireshin, I think Shihuken, Umpas, Uitra. Just to select a few systems here, there's a very high chance of Triglavian spawning. So I have leaned towards checking out these systems a lot recently. I think it could also be a downside is because we encountered a lot of competition before. Since I've started exploring these systems, I've found a lot of people there, probably because other people want to do them as well here, because it's quite easy to find them. So maybe it would be an idea to go to a less popular Triglavian hunting system. Sireshin. Okay, our big Marauder out there. Oh, there's a bunch of people here. Triglavians, I can't see any right now. There should be some here at the signature, unless they've despawned in the time I took for me to bring my Marauder here, but I don't think so. Hopefully not, but we can't see anything, unfortunately. We've got a bunch of planets here, they're all out of range, they must be. What's the restock? Okay, never mind. Is that the restock station? It could be the one that we're going to right now. Space Lane Patrol Assembly. Sounds interesting, Space Lane Patrol. Never heard of that before. Yep, look at that, a bunch of Damavics and various Triglavians. My guess, Triglavian wormhole is still up, or the wormhole fleet, because there's a lot of non-Razdamorgs and a lot of Hospodars. They tend to spawn near the Triglavian wormhole. Caldari Navy Vice Admiral. Make sure our fit is good. Yeah, it's good. We'll unload the supplies. Do not need these, do not need these, do not need these. And we also need to scan down the wormhole too. We'll use our little Dremill over here. The reason is Dremill, I'm using the Dremill, is very quick at warping, but I've also got a scanner, so I can use it to scan down these wormholes. We've been here before, so we've got bookmarks from previous waves. Oh look, there's another Kronos right here. He seems to be sniping, perhaps? Or maybe he's brawling. Triglavian. Seems to be taking them out. That's cool, though. You've got multiple people here. Seems to be having a brawly style, so that's cool. So if we can snipe from far and he can brawl away. The only downside is that maybe I'll draw stuff out from him. That's why it's a bit bad to sometimes combine brawly fleets with sniper fleets. That the snipers will draw them out before the brawlers are able to do their damage. But it could be an idea that if you've got enough snipers and enough brawlers, then you'll be able to take them out before they're even able to move towards the snipers. So. And it also depends how brawly they are. If they're brawly that they have certain range, like if you have paladins and pulse layers, they should be able to still hit out pretty far with Scorch and Conflag. Okay, let's go for this Kronos right here. Interesting to see other people. I really think it's fun to see other people, as long as they don't steal the stuff. It's also interesting when they do steal the stuff, but I prefer when they don't. So we can continue our operations here. It seemed like those Triglavians at that wormhole were almost taken out, so we'll look for some ones at wormholes, or planets, I mean. At this number 3 over here, there's something, so we'll do a warp out. A warp out. I have the mobile depot ready to be deployed. Deploy the warp out bookmark here. Oh, I saw a liminal Leshak for a second, and then they're gone now. So, yeah, Caldari frigate whack, okay. Nothing is over here. Remember, remove that warp out bookmark now. Where are they? Here, Assertion 1. So go here. Warp out. Okay, let's see now. Make this warp out bookmark right here. There we go. Bookmark done. Where are these guys? They're over there. Move, 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 move. Distance. Take out one of these. Damaviks. MJD. And also deploy this. Important. Can't forget the MTU. Now we chill here at long range. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Need to make sure the setup is correct. I have to put the MTU, then warp out properly. And everything after that seems to work out really well. These guys have a bit of tank. They're non-Triglavians. And they seem to be a bit aggressive as well. Not sleeping, so that's great. It's a bit boring when they're sleeping. Slap this hospital right here. I just hope that Kronos doesn't steal our stuff, because he's in a Blaster Kronos. It was not the same guy who stole our stuff before, but I'm getting bad vibes from Blaster Kronos. There's a bunch of Rasnabugs. Not sure where they are though. You can also use a Synth Frantics, get a bit of extra range. Grazing shots, unfortunately. This liminal Leshak. You can see where all these Rasnabugs are. There's a lot of Rasnabugs. I prefer Rasnabugs because they're so weak, so they just die really quickly. Assertion 2. So we'll go there next. Let's look at the D-scanner. There are a lot of people here. There's a Kronos and there's a bunch of miners. That's why there's a lot of people in the system. I was thinking, why are there so many people in the system? I have not seen many people, but they must be all the miners that we saw, that Mackinac, etc. in the mining fields. Let's just make sure that they're still here. Yeah, the majority of those Rasnabugs are there, so that's great. We can end after this cycle right here. Okay, so I don't think there's going to be anything more spawning in. So we can just leave the MTU there. Risky, like before. I mean, we lost MTU because someone decided to destroy it. But it's the risk we're going to have to take right here, because we could always just take it and then just leave the loot here and people will maybe take the loot. Or just, if we won't pull anything in, it'll take forever to guess it. Aligning to Shirishin 2. Warp within, or 100. And make sure we have the MTU ready to deploy right here. Always good to keep it up right here so I remember. There we go, Rasnaborgs. Then move back, move back, move back. Deploy MTU. Take out that little dammer. And start the MJD. Number 2 over here. That's pretty cool. We'll have to take out the dammer before we even use the MJD. Time for Bastion. These are Rasnaborgs, super weak. Wreck that Kikimora, look at that. Look how big of a difference you see here when you've got the Rasnaborgs. They're so easy to destroy. Don't think anything's going to respawn here too, because these are probably initial fleets we've got right here. But there are quite a few Rasnaborgs still left. So we'll check where they are. These remaining fleets over here. Angle of 5 degrees. Is it over there? Sirshin VII? Or maybe VII? Or 8, 7. Where are they? Alright, so we'll end this Bastion cycle right here. Leshak taken care of. We'll leave the MTU here. So this is our 3rd MTU now, only one more MTU. So we can only really do 3 at a time before having to salvage. And that's good because you're sort of tripling the speed of tractoring in, because if we've got 3 working at the same time, 3 times tractor speed. If we just do 1 and wait until it's done, it's just like 1 times effective tractor speed. Even though it's 1 at a time, but we're going to be pulling 3 times in the amount of wrecks since we've got 3 different planets to pull in from. No, I think we warped in too close. Warp within 100. Let's get the tractor beam mobile tractor unit ready. Warp out 3. Just under 10,000 kilometers seems to be the sweet spot. Only 2 Rasnaborg, they're warping away. The wormhole hasn't despawned though. There's a lot of them on grid. Or not on the scan, not on grid. Let's see now, where are these big fleets that are hiding from us? Some over here. 7. Okay, I'll warp here. 100 kilometers. Warp out 3. And just under 10,000 kilometers seems to be the sweet spot, or at least when I can see some triglavians. It's a bit varied right now. Okay, so now we pull a bit of range. Snipe some random Damavic that tries to get cheeky up and close. Move, move, move. Deploy MTU. Activate MJD. And number 3. There we go. And now it's safe distance. Perfect. Now we switch over to Thorium because they're long range. And there we go. Thorium. Seems like we've got a bunch of initial fleets to clear right here, but it's going very smoothly. I'm not seeing that Kronos anywhere. I would have thought I would have seen the Kronos. Maybe he's still dealing with the wormhole, but it doesn't seem like he's here anymore. So maybe he left. He thought, oh, okay, I'm just going to do the wormhole, and that's it. Because the wormhole is pretty profitable. So you can, if you just feel like just doing the wormhole, I've made times just done a wormhole and just went out. It could be good because then you sort of get the system going for other people, like me. But also, I think you need to destroy these initial fleets, the fleets you see initially when the wormhole is there. Then you'll get the raging ones that spawn in the really reinforcement fleets. I think after this this planet, when it's cleared, we'll go and salvage, because I think the 1st and 2nd MTU are pretty much cleared, or they're done. At least the 1st one has to be done. And these guys seem to be asleep. They're not doing anything. Popped. And this guy's going to go down area very soon as well. Probably after this cycle. Actually, we don't even need to go for another Bastion cycle. Or maybe we do. We'll see. It depends on what kind of shots we're going to get. Because we're getting missing completely. One last cycle, unfortunately. Because we get extra range as well from the Bastion module as well as DPS. So it'll go extremely slow to take this guy out with a Bastion cycle. Before it was a lot worse. It used to be like a 4-minute cycle or something like that, or like quite a long cycle. Now it's a lot slower. I think it's 30 seconds. 30 seconds. So I'll go to MTU 1. Let's go and grab our loot. I love having these MTUs work for us, like the little robots working for us as we do our activities. I wish there was a way to get drones to pull in stuff, but it would, I can imagine, make it quite overpowered. There's still a bunch of Rasnaborgs all over the place. I wonder if he cleared out the wormhole fleet. Maybe he didn't even clear the wormhole fleet. Yeah, I can see this mobile tractor unit has completed everything. 2 million. Unfortunately, only 2 million. And deploy drones. Now, for people who have a bit of OCD or like organizing the overview and modules very neatly, there's a particular reason I don't have the salvages here, right next to it, and I have them over here. It's first of all because the main reason is just because if I have the closer I have it to my guns, the more likely it's that I press the F1 hotkey, which will make it so that I just blast a wreck here, and I do not want to waste wrecks by just blasting them to pieces. And then another reason is also just that sometimes I like to organize it in a way that I have the salvage stuff over here, Bastion over here, guns over here, passive modules over here, MJT in the middle, and armor repair over here. That's sort of a certain organization, but sometimes you can, I usually otherwise just have everything right close to each other, so it's just not spread out so much, but there's a particular reason why it's got a bit of a distance so that I don't accidentally shoot it. Okay, up to the second one.
Warp drive active.
How much did we get there? I don't think it was a whole lot, 11 million, because it took a really short period of time. Okay, here's the second one, also complete. Great to see, great to see. Anything here? Oh, 80k, that's nothing. Let's grab these wrecks. Takes a bit of time to align when you're in a big battleship. Okay, whooped this guy right here. As soon as I have drones have recalled. There we go. How much did we get? Oh, I think we got something from here. 29 million, okay, total. Decent, decent. To be honest though, for the time we spent, it's not that great. We'll see what we get from the third one, but we hardly had anything spawn in right here. Just about, there was only one more wreck, so this MTU was done just in time. 200k, blah. Move the salvage drones over here. Also lock up that one over there. And remove that MTU over here, and we can have our tractor beam pull that last one in. I really love the animation of these tractor beams. It looks a lot more pronounced than it used to do with the green siphon we've got right here. It looks like really like I'm pulling in stuff. Rasnaborg Kikimora. And we can align to the restock station right here. Go, let's see the total haul right here. So 30 million. Oh, is it only 30 million? Okay, it was only 30 million. I thought it was more. So this was not so profitable, run right here, but it's also because we had just a bunch of initial fleets right here. But soon we'll have some more respawning activity or respawning activity fleets right here. I'm thinking I might bring my Alpha Clone in next to try to clear out some of these respawning fleets, because it could be a good test for the Alpha Clone to go up against a bit more difficult war fleets compared to like just a wormhole fleet or just a regular initial fleet that doesn't respawn or is pretty mild, like they have sleep or something like that. We'll see, we'll see. But that's some quick clearing of initial fleets right there. Seeing another Kronos right here. Thankfully, no MTUs were lost. No MTUs were KIA. Pretty smooth, because there's not a whole lot of other criminals over here, or quote-unquote criminals. But they went smoothly. I'm grateful for that. Okay, so that was some quick preparation of the system of Sirashin in the Kronos for Triglavian hunting. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.